And there we go. And so we're going to go here and then over here, we're going to go over here and take a look at this, which is our Blackboard. And going to Blackboard, just to, again, go through what we've been through, so forth, so forth. It's already over here. And you've got it right here. You've got the Winthrop project, weeks 13, 14, and 15. This is where we are right now. You guys should already be well established in this right now. So the first week we started off starting the project, taking the template, beginning to draw. The next week we continued on putting in other things and so forth. Last week we actually put the stairs in. One of the things we have to do is we get into this right here. We did stairs, and I think we did ceilings too. And now what we have to do is you actually have to cut the holes in the floor to get that going. So we'll start with that. So I don't need to do this. You guys can see my screen right now, right? You can see Revit right now.
Yep. Yep.
Is that a yes? Okay. So this is the final project. This is what it's going to look like. Okay. And again, you've got your, you should have printed up your sheets right here, which we talked about, which again, of course, blinks out when I do this. So anyway, you get the idea. That's what green screen does. But anyway, so much for that. And so this is what we have right here. Now, let me show you one thing here. When I go to level 1 and take a look at level 1, one of the things about level 1 right here is if I go ahead and if I turn on the floor, which I'll go ahead and do this. Okay, it's not liking that, is it? Okay, there we go. I'm going to go down here and turn my floors on. So go to here and turn my floors and hit apply. And there's my floor. So if I go ahead and turn on my floor right there, I can hover my cursor over this right here and click there. And I now have my floor in place right here. And then that floor being in place right now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm then going to do this. You notice that over here that you have a cutout in the floor right here. And the floor is cut out and it's allowing there to be the stairs to project through. That's what's going on right there. I'll show you the second floor so you get an idea as far as what we're doing here. So I go up here and I go to level 2. And level 2, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the floors for this one. I go to there, and you'll notice that there's also a cutout right here for the floor. So I have those things. Now that that's the case, I'm going to go back to the project that I've been working on, which will be this one right here. This is the one I've been working on. And in this one right here, you'll notice that I've got this. Now here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my floors here. So, and I'm going to go down here and turn on my floors. Now watch what happens here. When I apply this and hit OK, okay, look at the floor here. The floor you see is right there. I got the floor right there. That's wood truss. And I'm going to do, yeah, that should actually be showing up a little bit better than that, but it's not. So let me see if I can't do this. Wood truss. Okay, wood finish. What do we got here? I'll use wood finish there. Yeah, okay, just temporarily I'll do this. Okay, so I've got this right here. Now you can see the floor right here. Now, as I take a look at the floor, I've got this going on right here. So I've got my stairs coming up right here, but I've noticed they're kind of going over the top here. So there's something going up the stairs here. And what I'm going to do here is going to level 2. I'm going to do the same thing here, which is turn on my floors here. Floors are on for this one. So I'll click on this one and you'll notice that this one is still kind of coming through. So let's see what this looks like. So to take a look at this, I'm going to go to my 3D view, which will be here. When I go to my 3D view, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at my stairs. So I'm going to rotate this around to this side and I'm going to pull this up a little bit. And I'm going to go into what's called the section box. Over here, I can, and this is up here, my 3D view. I can go to section box right here. So I click there. Now I go to my section box, I can go ahead and click on this and I can pull this backward and see what's going on right there. When I do that, it begins to show me this. This is a great tool. It's putting a section in place, really rapidly. So you just kind of see what's going on and get an idea as far as like what your readout is. Okay, so now that I've done this right here, I did this accidentally. I put in a stair up to the 3rd floor. So I'll delete that. Oops, didn't mean to do that. What I want to do is instead is delete it if I put this in accidentally, I can go I'll go to level 1 and I'm going to select my stairs. When I select my stairs, I want to go to my disconnect levels. And when you, to disconnect the level, you got to go here. And what I did is I last week I made the error of placing these. And what I want to do is I want to go up here to level 3. Let's see here. Let me pick it, is it? Okay, it looks like I'm still in there. So let's close out of that. So I'll close out of that. Let me try that one more time and see if I can't get there. Okay, and turn my stairs. Okay, connect, disconnect levels. Okay, open view. Okay, so for some reason, disconnect. Okay, I want to disconnect the third level. So I click there to disconnect it. And once I got it selected, I'll click on the green check mark, and that just disconnected it. So I now am in good shape. So now that I'm there, I'm going to go back to my 3D view right here. And now this is gone. That top one's gone. And now you're going to notice, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of check a look at this. I don't necessarily have a hole in the floor. Let's take a look at that though. So as I take a look at this right now, do I have a hole in the floor? I go ahead and click on this one. That is, that's the phase 10. So that's what we have there. So this is the one I want to work with right here. So what I've got here is I will just go ahead and cycle through here. And I got the floor here. Now what you're going to see right here is my floor does not have a gap in it. So I need to change that. A couple things I need to do here. First of all, this wall needs to be backed off because right now it's kind of encasing the staircase. So that's completely incorrect. So once I've got that, I'm then going to go to edit boundary. Now for my edit boundary, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to make a, I'm going to go ahead in the front of the stairs right here. I'm going to make an opening for my stairs here to here and then down to here. And this might be a little bit more than I need it to be, but that's okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to use this tool, which is my trim extended corner. This is a showstopper. So go here to here, and that goes ahead and does that. And that's fine. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the same thing here. Click here and click here like that. And I'll go ahead and unjoin the elements. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw a line right from here to here because you always have to have for these magenta boundaries. I just got done teaching this today for another class. Do I want walls that go up to this floor's level to attach to its bottom? Yeah, we'll say that. We'll do that. And I'll just go ahead and detach it. And we'll do this. Okay, so I went ahead and did that. Now, when I do this, this is what this looks like now. I got this, and this is now dug out. So if I take a look at that in my 3D view, I could go ahead and see what that looks like. So I'll just go ahead and put a little camera down here, and we'll take a look down the stairs. So I'll go to here, and I'll take a look here. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to just take a look down the stairs just to see what that looks like. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to click on this, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this wall because it's in my way. Hide this view, that element right there. Okay, now let's see if we can't make some sense out of this. Go down here. There we go, looking good. And then as we go down here, we're actually looking down the stairwell. Okay, that's the stairwell right there, down there. So if I go to here, you know, see this little gap right here. Oh, I've got a ceiling still in place. So I got to carve out my ceiling. So that's still there. If I were to go ahead and make this realistic, it's going to go ahead, it's going to give me that view. I'm still seeing a ceiling, so I got to cut the ceiling out. So the ceiling is on the first floor. So the level one, I go to level one ceiling plan, which is right here, ceiling plan level one. And I'm going to go into here. I got to do the same thing. I have to go in here and I have to carve that out. So I click there and looks like I did. Looks like I did carve that out. Okay. So, okay, if that's the case, then what is the problem there? Let's go back to here. Okay, so ceiling, all right, is right there. Okay, ceiling for the second floor. Okay, oh, level, yeah, level one, for, yeah, level, that should be my ceiling. Let's go to the ceiling. Again, level, ceiling plan level one. Yeah, it looks like it's already carved out, doesn't it? Okay, so am I first looking at the ceiling? Let's see here. Oh yeah, I don't want the, okay. Yeah, that's my floor. I don't want the floor, I want the ceiling. Okay, there's my, get my ceiling plan? No, I don't want that. And I'll find my ceiling. Okay, let me try this. Let's see here. So yeah, I'm getting my floor. Just let me turn my floor off. Let me do that. So I will just do this. I'll click on my floor and I'll hide this, hide that category. All right, and I'll go here and see if I can't get my ceiling. Yeah, there's my ceiling. Okay, now my ceiling, you'll see right here, I had to kind of dig it out a little bit. I'm going to edit the boundary, do the same thing I did before. What am I doing? I'm going into here and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make room for my, for this to come through. Go ahead and make sure I get this right here. Go here and go right around here. And I'm going to go ahead and draw this up like this. And okay, I'll just go to here actually. And then go to here like that. Okay, so once I've done that, I can then do this. I'm going to go ahead and then kind of fix this a little bit here. So once I've done that, I will go ahead and pull this over here like that. Get rid of that line and pull this one over here like this. Okay, like that. Now at that point, I could just use my break. Go ahead and split my element, which is this one here. Split it here and split it down there. So done that, click there and delete that. Okay, now once I've done that, I've actually got my floor, my ceiling looks pretty good there. So I'll go here. And then once I've done that, let's take a look at how that comes out now. Now I take a look down and still seeing a ceiling. Okay, I thought I just got rid of it. Let's try that again. So I'll go back to my 3D view. Looking at this right now. And I thought I got rid of my ceiling. Okay, well, let's go back to here, make sure that we got it. And should be there. Maybe I'll have to save it. Maybe I'll have to save that. Okay, so I'm going to here. That is my, yeah, it's my ceiling. So that actually should be straight through. I'm going to save it and see if that doesn't make a difference.
Professor, I got a question.
Yeah.
So wouldn't the ceiling just be the bottom of the floor joist?
It basically is. You got the bottom of the floor joist, but then you actually have like drywall that's actually attached to it.
Why does it look so thick then?
The drywall, actually, it's actually the floor and the drywall together. That's what's going on right there. So for this one right here, this is actually the thickness of the dry. You actually got this kind of thing right here. This is actually my, yeah, that's that right there. Let me give you a better idea here. So I'll go to here. And what you're looking at right here is you have two things here. First of all, let's look at this one. Right here, this is your floor. And underneath here, let me go to a different view here. Let me go to, let's try this one. Okay, going into this one right here, if I rotate this one around just to show what this looks like, this is the completed one. We'll go to section, let's see here. Section box, turn this on, apply it, and I'll go ahead and do this, and I'll go ahead and push it in a little bit. Right around to there. See, okay, there. So what you got going on right there is you can see that what's happening here is you have the following elements. You've got here, if I break these down, I've got this right here, which is my my floor. And then underneath there, you actually have the you actually should have right there the ceiling. Looks like the ceiling might be turned off right now. But yeah, you got the floor right here, and then underneath it would be the drywall. Does that make sense how that works?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the floor, and it's actually got gypsum on. You have a gypsum wallboard on the top, and here you got the floor thickness on top. So that's how that worked right there. So this one, you're seeing that, and that's actually how that should look right there. So let me go back to here because for some reason it seemed like we are. I want to make sure this is all cut up the way it should be, and I'll close that one. And okay, I'll go ahead and close that one. That one too. Okay, we'll stay with this. All right, there's Brandon. Okay, this one right here. And let me try that one more time. Level one, here's reflecting. Okay, that's this one right here. Okay, so that one's like that. Very good. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of there. Okay, so I'm going to close that one. That's that one. Just trying to keep track of my stuff here. All right. Okay, so now that I got this right here, we're looking pretty good. All right, let me make sure I've got this in place. I'll go to level one, which is Brendan again. All right, level one, I've got my floor carved out. I think I do anyway. So let me go ahead and verify that it is. Use my tab key. I'm gonna pick on that. And looks like my floor plan is not carved open. So go to edit boundary, see what that looks like. Okay, so I got to change the edit boundary right here. So I'll go ahead and do precisely that. Going from here and then across. So I'll go ahead and go to here. And we'll go ahead and change this. Like I'll go to here, roughly. I'll pull that down. And this is how we go ahead and edit the floor. And then I'll go ahead and go over like here. Now when I've got that, I will then, I'll then go ahead and change this by cutting it here and cutting it here. Okay, now we'll go ahead and get rid of that. There we go. And we should be good there. So hit the green check mark, see how that looks. Sure, we'll do that. And unjoin the elements. Okay, we got that. Okay, all right. So I got this right here. So that is what that looks like right there as we go along there. That is what that particular element looks like. And so now that I've got that, let me take a look at that 3D view right there. So I still have this. So that got cut out, and I want to make sure that I get this all going here, because now it looks like this kind of went somewhere. Should have done that. Okay, let's see here. Don't want to undo work here. So we got that in place right there. Let's go to level 2. Floor plan for level 2. Let's go to here. I want to make sure that I've got this as it should. Okay, now that looks like that. That's good. Go to edit boundary. Yeah, we're good to go there. I think we're good to go, unless there's something else in place right there. So we should be good to go. I'll say attach, sure, what the heck. Detach the targets. Okay, so we got that. Maybe that's what's going wrong. But I'm going to go to my ceiling plans. I'll go to level 1. And my ceiling plan here for level 1 should be intact. And for whatever reason, it seems like it's kind of acting up right there. So that looks like it should be about right. But what I'm going to do right here is, yeah, that should all be good. That's actually carved out, so that's good. Don't see any problem there. Oh, that's okay. That's the floor. That's why. Okay, so let me do this. Let me turn. Okay, so that's the floor. Okay, try this one more time. Go to here, tab. Okay, that's my. Okay, what happened there? Oh wow. Okay, so that's a little. Okay, try that again. Tab. Interesting. So that's all that was there. Let's try that again. Tab, tab. Okay. All right, let's try this again. Tab, tab, tab. Okay, looks like, okay, let me take a look at it now. Okay, that's gone now. Okay, so okay, the ceiling plan is gone. I can now see it on the stairs, which to show you something kind of cool here, I'm looking down the stairs right now, which is kind of funny. It's like being in my old house. So I'm gonna go down here, I'm gonna change my target elevation, my eye elevation from 14'6". Let's go ahead and make that 18 like this. That gives you a little better view down the stairs, at least it should. Yeah, I didn't really do that, did it? Okay, because now I'm looking here. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to hide that. Hide this, that element, like that. Now, see right there, I'm looking down the stairs now. So I'm looking down the stairs as if I was really standing there, and we're looking there. And looking down, we are now seeing a clear view down the stairs, and that's what you want to see there. That's what you want to look like. Okay, so looks like I need to put in my ceiling plan. So at level 1, I'm going to make my ceiling plan. So for whatever reason, it didn't work out so well. So I'm going to draw it up again this time. So to do this, I'm going to go to my ceiling. Okay, so go to ceiling, and then I'm going to go to sketch ceiling. And I'm just going to go right around the perimeter here. Just make it real simple. And when I get to here, I'm going to go up and then over a little bit and then down. And actually, no, I'm going to undo that. Okay, go all the way over to here is what I want to do. And I'll go ahead and go to here, and then I'm going to go ahead and carve this out. Here, and then here, and then up to here, and then over to here, and then we've completed down to here. So go to there. That should be better. It looks like I should have that. Okay, continue. Where's my close? I'm just going to close loop here. I am. So I'll go ahead and go here, and I'll join these together. Okay, so then we'll try that again. Okay, let's see what that looks like now. Okay, that's better. Okay, so that's the ceiling plan there. It's going to hide that. Hide in view. That element. Yeah, now we're looking down. And so now we have a ceiling in place right there. And if I wanted to kind of prove that to myself, I could go here and I could go ahead and take a look and verify that I do have a ceiling on my first floor plan, which I will do by going here and just going to camera, placing a camera here and looking through to here, and I should see a ceiling, and I do. That's what you want to do. So you want to check these things here and there just to verify that your views are there. So when you make a ceiling, you want to look and verify that it's there, and it should be gray because that is drywall. So if I go to realistic, it should make it, that gives me a different color there depending upon what's there. I'll use consistent colors. and it gives me gray. That's all drywall. So that's correct. Okay, so that's fixed. And so, sorry it took me so long to do that. Back over to here, I'm going to go over to level. Let's go ahead and take a look at, so our 3D view is there, and looks like our stairs are passing through. So I think we're pretty good here. We're looking down the stairs there. Let's go ahead and look down the stairs here, down into the basement, make sure we're good to go there. So I'm going to go here and make another one, look down the stairs into the basement, go to here, and go ahead. I'm going to click here and look down here. I got to turn some stuff off there. So what I'm going to do is click on this. What is this right here? What am I doing? Okay, let's get rid of this door, right? Huh. There we go. All right, and we go down here like this, and I want to go ahead and get this door out of the way. Oh, will it let me do that? Hide view, sure. Element. Okay, and then you got this right here. Hide in view, this element. There we go. So that's how it looks right there. So you're looking down the basement right there, and as you look down right there, you're looking down the basement stairs. And I'll change this view to be a little bit higher here. So instead of it being 5'6", I'll make it 7'6", 7'6". That and take a look down now. That's what you want right there. So you're looking down. So I'm looking down the stairs right there, and now I know that it's actually correct. So this is how you can actually go through here and make these actually look like that. So go to realistic, and I'll take a look down. There's the stairs right there, and I've got that right there. It looks like I got this right here. It doesn't need to be there, so I'll get rid of that. And looking straight down the stairs. So you got that, and you'd walk down, and you're good to go. Very good. Okay, so we got that right there. So that's all resolved right now. Hopefully that makes sense, but you got to cut holes in your ceilings and your floors over to the side. So when you draw them, you want to draw them like I did right here. So this right here, I'm going to highlight this. And this right here, that is my floor on the first floor. You'll notice I carved this out. So basically it takes that in consideration. And then when I go to level 1, my ceiling plan, I do the same thing. I carve this out so that so the stairs can go through. And I have to do that for level 2 as well. So level 2, I've got this, and that's how we go ahead and put that in place. That's what we have there, and the ceiling as well. Okay, good. So that's what we do right there. And we're looking good. So that's what we have there. So that's what we got going on there. So now that we've done that, what else do we have here? We've done all that, spent way more time on that than I wanted to, but that's okay. So now at this point, you should have the stairs in place, and the other elements are looking pretty good here. Then it just requires some cleanup here, which I'll go ahead and go up here and make this one right here, make it go up to level 1. That should be up to level 1. Why is it not? Looks like it didn't. So I'll just do I'll click on this, and I'll go ahead and attach. If I can do that, do this again, attach. Okay, there we go. And I'll just have to kind of like work with that by going around the different views. And yes, this is how we go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and release this one from its section box. Okay, that looks pretty good. All the way around. Okay, looking good. Okay, that is good. All right, that's the phase 10. That's why. Let me go to 3D view here, and we'll continue to fix this one. Undo the section box, and we will fix this one too. Okay, so I've got this one here, and whenever you got this right here, you want to go like this. And when you click on that wall, I go to attach top, which is right here. You attach this to there, and it fills in that gap. You do the same for the front here. Click on this and attach to here. Okay, so that is how we go ahead and put that in place. And the rest is looking pretty good. And then there's a little bit of malfeasance there. I think that's a graphics thing. Not sure if that's right or not, but sometimes that happens. Not sure why that is right there, but we can. That would be the level 1 floor plan. Okay, and looks like we've got our. Yeah, okay, we're not going to worry about that right now. Cleaning up those corners and stuff is something we can work on later. Okay, so now that we've got these different things, we go through here, and if I go over here to my Winthrop Phase 10, let's take a look at the sheets that we have here. So the sheets that we have in place right here, see what they look like, I've got these. I've got my my sheets in place, which will be down here. I've got A00 cover sheet. This is a view that I just saved. Basically, you can save 3D views and then bring it in. I'll show you guys how to do that. But it looks like this. That's your first. That's the cover sheet. And then this is your first floor. Okay, looks like this. You're going to place this on a sheet. You don't need the first floor detail. That's not going to be in your project because that's just extra for you guys for your sheets, for your construction documents. This is the second floor. And then basement looks like this. And then elevations looks like this. And foundation plan looks like this. Wall section looks like this, which we'll have to get to. We'll do the wall section tonight, which is going to be very similar to what we did before. And then we'll go ahead and move through here. So going on here, you've got these different items right here. So let's see where we're at right now. So going back to here, I'm going to go over to here. I'm going to go to this project. And what I'm going to do is, now that I got a pretty good idea as to what's going on here, I'm going to start by working with my sheets. So I'm going to go to my cover sheet first of all. So go to my cover sheet, and this view is already on here. Okay, this one's already on here. You guys should have it too, I think, because I made that for you. So that one, you should be fine. That sheet should be fine. So go to the first floor. Now here's my first floor. Let's go into the first floor. There's a couple things. To get this finalized and ready for printing, I take a look at what my, over here, what I've got going on here. I'm going to go over here to, yeah, I'll go to here. And when I go to here, and if I take a look at this sheet right here, go to the first floor, and you'll notice that right here, I basically, for this one right here, I turned on the floor, and I've also got the dimensions around the outside. And yes, I've got these. I think I changed this around a little bit here, but you want to make it like your sheets right here. This is what it should look like when you're all done. And so just to take a look at what it looks like here, I'll go to level 1. When I go to level 1, it's going to look like here. So what do okay, first of all, the floor should be turned off. So I'll go ahead and hide this in the view again, hide this element like that. And so that's not showing. Then at that point, that is pretty much how you'd want that to print. I think these spans can go out of there too. So I'll go ahead and go hide that in view, that category, and that goes away. And then that is what we would work with right there. That's what that should be. So now as I get into this right now, I'm going to put this on a sheet. So I'll go down here. And I will go down. Okay, that's phase 10. Okay, that's what we have going there. So I go back to my my cover sheet here. This is in the Brennan. Okay, go to first floor. And when I go into here, I've got some elements in here that I don't want. First of all, I can click on this item right here. And right now I can go ahead and move it up by hitting my arrow keys and moving this up right here, which is what I'm doing, just using my arrow keys. And then I want to move some stuff around here, like this this item right here. I can take and move this down. I can pull that just into, oh, looks like the whole thing's going. So what I'm going to do right there is one thing I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go back over to my first floor and show you how to edit this. So go to level 1 right here. Now I go to level 1, you're going to notice I got some elements out here that I don't want to see. I got these. So I can go ahead and click on them, right click, and hide this in the view. So I'll go ahead and go to hide in view this category. So it hides those right there. That's the first thing I'd want to do. Then after that, what I'd want to do is I'd want to turn this floor off. So I'll click on the floor, I'll right click, hide that in the view, that category. So that's going to hide that. Now at this point, I think I've got it all together here. And then I'd go up here and I'd go to my sheet, which is A101, looks like this right here. And that's looking pretty good right here. So now at this point, the only thing I would do here is I double click inside here. And I can't really get my viewport here. So let's see here. So if I click on the edge of this viewport, like actually, if I click on the edge of the viewport like that, this allows me to move this down. Actually, no, it doesn't. Let's see here. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I think I need to see my viewports here. So let me try this. I'm going to double click inside here. I'm going to turn on my crop region. There we go. Okay, so I got my crop region on. So when I hover over my crop region right there and click on that, I can then take this. Okay, that's still doing that. Okay. So for some reason, I'm getting this. All right. All right, so I go ahead and when I do that, I can move this in, which I'm going to do right now. I'm pulling in these, pulling this in right on the sheet. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And once I've done that, then I can go ahead and If I click on that right there, I think I can then move this over, drag this over. Yes, I can do that. Then when I click on this like that, I think I can move this down. No, it's still doing that. Okay. So then I can click on this independently. Yes, I can click on this independently and move it down. So yes, so there's actually 3 different toggles for this right here. So what I did, I've got this in place right now. This is my viewport. So if I double click inside here, I actually have the ability of just editing the view right here. So it's not the sheet, but it's the view. And I can turn this off right here. When I turn that off, I can then double click outside here, and then that's how the view looks. So I go to my first floor right here. We'll see how that works right here. So I go to level 1, and when I go to level 1, it looks like this here. So I've got this in place, and I went ahead and saved those things. I go back to the A101 first floor, and that's ready for printing right there. That looks good right there. So we are good to go there. So that's the first one. So that one's except for this. I gotta grab this and pull this down like this. So when I've got that, we are then good to go. I'd go ahead and deselect. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay. Something's. Hold on. Okay. For some reason, I can't sign out of there. Okay. Let me go back to here and see if I can't fix that. All right. Okay, here we are. A101 first floor. Okay, so I don't know what it was. Okay, so we go ahead and do that. Now let's do the next one. So going on to here, these should be appearing in inside the sheets already. You just got to kind of like tweak them. So let me show you what this looks like here. Go to the second floor right here. So I'm on the second floor right now. Now this one's looking pretty good here. I've got these things in detail. If I want to move these things around, I could actually configure these things by going over to here. So if I go to level 2 here, under my floor plans, I'm the wrong one. Okay, that's the wrong one. Okay, let's see. So going back to level 1, I want to be on the Brennan plan. Make sure I'm where I should be. Yes, this is where I want to be. Okay, try this again. All right, so going down to here, make sure this all where it should be. So I'll go to the first floor here. Sure, I'll see the project. Okay, so here's what this looks like. This is what this looks like. And for whatever reason, looks like that is, for whatever reason, the viewport is immense. Don't know why it is, but it is. So yeah. So what I would do here is I would go back to my first floor, level 1. And when I go back to here, I'm going to turn on my my crop. Okay, where's my crop? Turn that on again. Okay, so the crop is way too big. So I'm going to go ahead and go here. I'm going to pull this in just to make it a little bit more detailed. This is something that you do, kind of a refinement right here. And I'm doing it in the view. So I go to the first floor plan. First floor plan. I go ahead and pull this down here. And I pull these items in like I'm doing right now. So I go ahead and pull these in. And once those are in, I go back to my sheet, which is called, actually it's not here. It's actually over here, A101. First floor, which I think is here. We'll find out. All right, there we are. And yes, we're on first floor, Brennan. Now, you'll notice that I still have my my crop region on right here. So if I double click inside here, I can actually go out to here and I can turn this off on this side. And then I can double click outside of here. So that's something you can do right there. So this is just some basic cleanup. So going through here, I'm going to go to level 2. Going to level 2 right now, I'm going to turn on my crop region, make sure it's tight around the object. It's not. So I'm going to go ahead and go here, and I'm going to turn these off first of all, because I don't want these on. So I'm going to right click, hide and view this category. And then I'm going to take this. So this is how you want to get all of your sheets ready. I go through here, I go to the view, and I pull in my, this right here, which is like your crop region, also serves basically as your viewport. So I go to here and pull this all in like this. And then when that's in place right there, then we would go from there, we would go to that particular sheet, which is going to be the A102. I go there, it looks like this right now. So that looks pretty good. So I can click this and drag this up like that, get it in position right here. Then I can click on this label and pull this down like this. And then I can click on the edge of this and pull this over. So those are the 3 toggles, okay? These different toggles allow you to do this. That's gonna take a little bit of practice. Then I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna double click inside here, I'm gonna turn off the region. Then I double click outside of here, which I just did there. And then that looks good there. So that's the first floor and second floor. These are supposed to be what? Those be 3/8 of an inch. No, they're not. I think they're 1/4 inch. Yeah, those are 1/4. So I've got level 2. So then I'm going to go to the next item, which is actually the basement. So I go to the basement. Let's see what we got there. Basement's here. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up like this and pull that in position. And then I'm going to grab this by clicking on it. And I can drag it just by clicking on it. And then if I want to click on the edge right here, I want to click on the edge of this. And then when I click on the edge, I can pull this over. Those are the basic toggles right there. Now this one, I've actually got a dimension in there that I don't think I need. So I'm going to go back to the basement plan right here. So I go to basement right here. And I take a look at that and I can get rid of this one right here. Just get rid of that. And that is how I do that. So once I've done that, I go back to A103, which is my sheet. And it looks like that right there. So we're looking pretty good there. So we've got, just to kind of like review what we've done, your cover sheet should already be in shape. First floor looks like this. Second floor looks like, not like that. Second floor looks like this. Basement looks like that. Then I go to the elevations. Go to the elevations, and these look like, okay, this isn't too bad here. They actually look pretty good. So all we need to do is kind of jockey these things around on the on this sheet right here, which I can go ahead and do this. And if I want to align these things, I can do a few things right here. Like right now, I can go ahead and take this and move this over. Okay, I don't necessarily want to go too close. So then I can click on this right here and move it over a little bit like this. And I want to keep these in connection right there. So I've got that. Then I want to make sure I have this one connected with this one. So I want to be connected to both these. So you want to kind of be aligned with this and aligned with that, like that. So you have that. And I think it needs to go over just a hair. And then I'd go ahead and I'd click on the edge of this, and I could grab this and pull it over. So it aligns with that. And so there's all these little things here. So you want to get these in place right here. And these are all going to be placed right there. And I'm just going to start off with your particular view. And then this one, well, one of these should move over so that they're in line like that. And so when you're done, that's what it looks like. That's your elevations looks like. And again, these should already be pretty much in place because the way I put it together. So that should be good to go. And then we're going to go to the foundation plan, which looks like this here. Again, I'll have to click on this and pull it up. All right. And then once I've done that, I can click on this individually and pull this down so it's in position there. Now, if I want to extend this little line over here, this is the leader line or the label line. I'll click on this and pull this over like I'm doing right now, like that. And then I could go ahead and do other work, but that's going to give me the basics right there. If I click on this right here, I can pull this over a little bit like this. Then I could go ahead and click on the edge again, and then these show up right there. I can pull that together. So that looks pretty good for there. So we're looking good. And then the wall section. Okay, the wall section, nothing's on there yet. So this is how we're going to do this. We're going to work on the wall section. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to go out to my Brennan plan here, or rather my Winthrop phase 10. I'm going to go to so to go to this right here, this is what it's got to look like. I'll show you the sheet, and then we'll go ahead and put it together. So the sheet looks like this. Here is my wall section. It's A106, and A106 looks like this. Okay, so it's a section like we did for the custom garage. So we got this right here. So let me take a look at the first floor and see what's going on right here, because I've got a section here. So where is my section plan? Well, to do that, I got to turn on my section plan. So I go in here and I'm going to go to my annotation categories, and I want to turn on my section. Turn on my sections, hit apply, and hit OK. Now here's my section right down here. So when the section, you'll notice where it is when I click on it. That's the area it's finding right here, this lower right corner, and it's facing this direction.
Couldn't you do the section of the wall section anywhere on that side and get the same look?
No, you can't. That's the thing, because depending upon where you put it, you're going to get different results. So what I have here is just a very small portion to give me the very nice refinement that I have right there. You can experiment with it, try it anywhere you want to, but it's going to give you different content. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, you can put a section anywhere. The question is, what do you want it to look like? And in this particular case, I want it to look a certain way. So right here, I want to go ahead and copy what this one looks like. Okay, so I'm going to do there. I'm going to grab that section like that. So that's what I'm going to do. So what I will do is I'll go back to my first floor here on Brennan, and I'm going to put up actually, I want to go to my sheet, rather my view. So go to my view. I'm going to go in here, and what I want to do is put in right here my section. So I go to view, and I'll go to my section view right here. And I think I went, how did I do it? I think I went like this, go like this, and then go like that. And then it's like that, and then it's going the wrong direction. So I want to flip it like this. And then I'm going to pull this in so it's more like that. And I think we're good to go there. So I'm going to double click on it. So I double click on that. Yeah, there we go. That's a good start. And then I can click on the top right here, and I can pull it down a little bit and pull this over. And at this point, I've got a good start for that particular item right there. So we can kind of take a look at this and say, okay, that's a good start. So what do we got right here? We've got a good start for going ahead and putting this together here. So as I've got this going right now, and if I were to go over to here, there's nothing on there. And what was the wall section that I did want? Let's see here. Okay, well, we'll just go ahead and put this together here. So over to section 1, this is what I've got right here. Now to get this to look right, first thing I want to do is turn these off. I don't need these. So I hide and view this category. So that's gone. Now you take a look at this right now, and to get this the way it should be, I got to pull this up, and I want to put a few elements in place right here because I don't have everything I want to see right here. So I'm going to pull this over like this, and then we can see I've got this. I'm going to go ahead and give it some detail here. So I'm going to go here to hidden line like that. Doesn't give me much more. So I go to here and go to like shaded. And when I do that, it gives me this view. I can go to consistent colors. It gives me this view. And going through here, I'm able to go ahead and get different kinds of views. I'll just leave it on hidden line right here. And I'll go ahead and change this over here to be fine. So if I go to fine right there, you're going to see there's a bunch of detail right in here, which is showing me right now. And so it's showing me my brick veneer, my siding. And so if I were to go ahead and try that again, realistic, it looks like this here. This is what I got going on right here. So this is how this has been placed right here. And as we go through here right now, you now have a decent idea as far as what's in here. So what I've got to do right now is I've got to tweak this so it looks correct. This is the last thing we're going to do. And I'm not going to do every little detail for you guys, but I'll give you enough so that you know what to do here. So down to here, I'm going to put changes to the hidden line right here, hidden line size. So there's a few things I got to work on right here. So to work on this right here, I got section 1 that is open right now. I'm going to go to my other section 1 if I can. Let's see here. Yeah, so I'll go to this section here. So I go to this section here. Don't you do that? Go up here, and I want to go to my wall section, which shows up here. Go to my wall section. Now, as I get into this right now, these are the things I want to put in here. It's going to have these different items. And we saw a lot of this before. This right here is going to be a stud, or basically a, right down there, that's a sole plate right there. And then the top are going to be 2 studs right here. And those right there, if we grab those, that's going to be the double 2x4 top plate. Let's start with those. Those are easy enough. So I go to here, and I'll go ahead and put those in there. So going into this right here, I'm going to go down here. And now that I'm taking a look at this right here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place this in here. So to put those in here, I actually have saved all this content over here under your under the detail items. So under detail items right here, if I take a look here, one of the things I've got down here is nominal cut lumber. This is a 2x4. So I'm going to pull this in. And as I pull this in, I can go ahead and rotate it. And I can go ahead and place this right there. As I place that, it's in position there. Then I want to go up here and place it right up here as well. So I'll go ahead and take it and put it here. And we'll go ahead and place it right at the top for this top plate. And we'll put another one right down here, like down here. Okay, so I've got those in place right there. And I need to move those down here and here. All right, and this will go ahead and move those down like that. Okay, so once I've got those in position, I have those studs in place. And then we saw last week, or the last project, if I go here to my annotate, there's a number of different tools out here. So under my annotate here, one of the tools is insulation. So my insulation, I can just go ahead and drag this right from the right here and drag it straight down and automatically fills this cavity in. So that's all really easy stuff right here. And already we are really rapidly getting this thing to look pretty darn good right here. So you got that right there. So you have that going on and you have these. And then the next thing I want right here is I want to go ahead and I want to place, so I've got that. And then let's see here, what's the next thing I want? Okay, so I've got that. And then going down into here, there's actually a 9-inch anchor bolt right there that actually comes down there. So I want to put in my 9-inch anchor bolt. It should actually rotate the other direction, which I will do. So this one, I think this comes a little too far in. So I could actually at this point, can I grab that and adjust it? Edit that boundary? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to worry about that for right now. Instead, I'm just going to, what I'll do is I will, let's see here. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and place this in here. I'm going to go to anchor, hook side, and this 3/4. I'm going to drag this, and we'll do this. And I've got that. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place this right in this location here. So go ahead and take this and place this like that. And then I can go ahead and move that down. So just using my arrow keys, I go ahead and do that. And then once I've got that in place, then I could actually do a little bit of changing around here. I can actually pull it down a little bit further. And then I could actually rotate its, I think it lets you rotate it, doesn't it? No, doesn't it? Doesn't that way. Okay, so I've got that. I think it can be rotated. Let's see here. I think it can. How do we do that? Okay, that doesn't do it. No, that doesn't do it, does it? Okay, so that's not letting me do that. Okay, so that's that. Well, I could also mirror it, but I could, a few different things. If I go there, it's not letting me mirror it. So I'll just have to use the mirror command. Mirror here and like that. Like that. So get rid of this one. Okay, so I got that. So that is one way I could do it right there. That's a little bit different, but I'm going to go ahead and pull this up, and it's a little bit too long. So go ahead and place it more like this. So it's more like that. And then this wall right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to right here, this floor comes in a little too deeply. So my first floor goes a little too deep into the wall. So I'm going to change that. To do that, I'm going to go to level 1 just to kind of tweak that. So the floor is a little bit more wieldy. So I'll go to my first floor plan and I'm going to go ahead and turn on my floor. So like here, turn on my floor just temporarily, hit apply, hit OK. And then go ahead and take that. Yeah, how are we doing there? Okay, so where is my floor? Come on, you. Come on, you. Okay, I thought I just turned it on, but I guess I didn't. Okay. Okay, floor. Yeah, I got to hit apply and then OK. If I hit apply, it shows it up. I have to OK though. That's what I didn't do. So go back to here, hit my tab key. Okay, there we go right there. So now that I have that, it looks like this is actually extending. Yeah, it's extending a little too far into there. So I'm going to edit the boundary. And yes, that's what I need to change right there. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. I'm going to back it off like a little bit right to there, just to kind of like back it off a little bit there. And this is just to kind of like give a little bit of lip. And this is where when you get into the details, you can kind of like work around with this a little bit. I just want to start with it in a good position. So that is a good position right there. We're good to go there. Let me go ahead and get, that looks good there. Okay, actually your floor, I would actually probably have the floor go a little bit over like this. Boom, boom, like that. Okay, then I'll hit the green check mark and that will impact, yes. So I've got that and hit cancel. Okay, so get out of there. Okay, so I went ahead and did that. And what I want to do is go back to my wall section I've been making. So I go back to my section. And as I go here, I'm going to go to my sections right here. I'm going to go to my section 1. And all right, looks like this here. Okay, there, that's better right there. That's better. So that actually goes like that. And that's actually giving me that kind of a look right there. And at that point right there, I could actually pull that one way or the other. I could, yeah, so I could do it one way or the other. So I can go ahead and do this and back this off a hair. and pull this back in, or we could do a number of different things. Oh, can't, okay, cancel that. All right, try that again. Okay, so that's how you go ahead and do that. And we can go ahead and kind of move that a little bit further if it'll let me. I think it might let me go a little bit further. Maybe it will. Okay, so it doesn't like that. Okay, so that's where I could actually go a little bit further over with that, but we will, yeah. So what I'm just gonna do here is just to resolve this one, I'm just gonna cheat on this one. I'm just gonna pull it down right here. We'll just go ahead and do that and call it a day. So let's go ahead and do that. So we got that in place. Okay, so now we've got that in place, and then we'll go back over to here. So once we've got that, it's looking good, and we'll continue on through here. And I will go ahead and continue to do the elements that we have here. Now, one of the things that we have here is these elements need to continue over. And so to do this, we go to our region and use a masking region right here, which is where I can take this and I could just go ahead and make a rectangle here. So you know what? I want to go ahead and kind of cover this up from here to here. And when I do that, I hit the green check mark and it looks like that right there. And then to accommodate the line at the top, I could just go ahead and put in what's called a detail line and run a line from here over to here. And this is all in your in the construction document you have there, but you essentially have that kind of a look when you're done with it. And I need one more line here. Okay, that line is there. Okay. Sometimes as you zoom in and out, you get kind of breakup right there. It's just kind of what happens. And so you've got that going on there. Okay, then the next thing we would do is the same thing with these other elements. I'd go here to my, under my detail elements here, I'd go to my detail items and I would go do the same thing here where I'd go ahead and grab a nominal 2x4 and I go ahead and flip that around and place this one at the bottom. That's going to be my sole plate right there. And I'll go ahead and put this up here as my top plate. So go ahead and put one here and then another one underneath it. Like that. Okay, so go ahead and grab these. All right, do that. All right, here, and then here, and then I go ahead and bring those on down like this. All right, so I got those right there. So that's good. And then I could do the same thing over here, making a masking region so as to cover that up. So again, the whole dirty little secret about Revit is there actually is a good amount of 3D in a lot of this stuff. It's just the way it is. And people try to say that that's not true. I will have them come talk to me. Be happy to discuss this because this is how we have the detail. That's how that works right there. Okay, so we got that going on right there. And so as we zoom in and out there, it does that. Okay, and then the next thing we'd want is insulation again. And then we just put our notes in as we go through that. So go down here, I'll go ahead and drag this down here and go ahead and drop it down like that. And then we're good to go. Okay, so then at that point, we put in our notes. Now the notes, this particular item, this one, the wall section is supposed to be, as we put this together here, I'll make sure the text looks the right size because we want to make that work. And this is on page, yeah, 1/2 inch equals a foot. So I'll choose 1/2 inch equals a foot and then we'll put in our dimension here, our dimensions and stuff. So 1/2 inch equals a foot, our notation rather. So 1/2 inch equals a foot. And let's see what this works okay. I'm going to go to here and I'm going to put in text with a leader. And I'll go ahead and start by going up here, asphalt shingles. I'll go ahead and do this. Click on this and we'll start up at the top. And we'll click somewhere over here and go there and do this. And we'll go ahead and begin to type, all caps. Actually not, A-S-P-H-A-L-T. Like that. So asphalt shingles like that. Okay, and that's what that looks like. Okay, I think that's going to be a little too big. Let's see here. Maybe not. Let me do another one here, see how we come out here. So then after that, I'm going to go under here. That's going to be 3/4 inch plywood sheathing. All right, like this. And 3/4 inch plywood sheathing, like that. Okay, and then another thing I'm going to do right now. You guys still there?
Yep.
I just got this strange thing from Zoom. Okay. Anyway, Yeah, okay, that is weird. Okay, so we'll continue. So that one might be okay. So what I'm going to do is go back over to my, I'm still in the section right now, so that's fine. So I'm going to turn off my, that right there. And as I go through here, I think that might be the right size. Then it's going to be 8-inch truss. So go to here and click here. And it looks like this is 1/4-inch aerial. So I'll go ahead and just use this 8-inch truss. And I can go ahead and put these in like this, and it's going to be 8 like that. As we go through here, they just keep on going in. Then double 2x4 top plate. Go ahead and click here, and I can do this. Like that. And you guys get the idea. You go ahead and continue to put all your text in there. And I think that's the right size. I think that's about right. If you need to change it, you could, but I think that's the right size. So now that I've got a few of these in here, yeah, we're looking good there. Okay, so you would use the construction documents I gave as your guide. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move down here. Now that I've got that, I see that's why I reversed it the other way, because it's kind of going into there. That's why I did that. Okay, so that's why I did that. Okay, I wish there was a way for me to rotate that, but oh, flip hand. Huh, interesting. All right. We're not going to worry about that. Okay, so now once we get this all put together, we're going to go back over to our A106 wall section, which that's what it should look like. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over to here, and I'm going to go ahead and place this. I'm going to rename it right here. So it's under my section. I'm going to rename it as wall section, just so that we can keep things going here. So I take this and wall section like that. Okay, and once I've got that, it's a wall section. I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to find the sheet that I want. The sheet that I want is A106. Nothing's on it. So I'm going to go up here to my wall section. I'm going to drag that onto there. So I'm going to scroll down here until I can find it, which is right here. I'm going to take it and drag it into here. So I do this, and I drag it in, and it looks like that. And then what I need to do is just kind of got to refine this a little bit, because that's a little bit size is not quite what I want it to be. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to double click here inside there, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on my crop region, and then I'm going to go ahead and adjust this so it fits better. Adjust this down to here so it goes into there. Okay, that's good. And then I'm going to go down to the bottom, do the same thing. Click here and grab, pull it right up to the bottom here. Yes, that's pretty much how that works. And then once that's done, I will turn off the crop region. So it looks like that, and double click outside of it, and it looks like that. And then this little section right here, I can take and move. Go ahead and move this over to here. Wall section should do this. And then what I can do is I can actually click on the edge of this right here, and I can grab this and pull it over as far as I want it to go. In this case, I can go all the way over to the other edge like that. And then when you got that, that's what that one looks like. So that is what you'll put that together. And then when you're done with it, you do this. And I'm not going to grade you down if you flip this to the left or to the right. So don't worry about that. Just go ahead and place it. You should be fine like that. And then that's what the A106 sheets looks like. The A107 sheet is actually, I think, populated automatically, as it should be. And if I go here, my schedules will be there. And so that should go in pretty much perfectly as far as that goes. So that is what remains. That is what has to be done. And when you're done with the whole thing, you are just going to go ahead and you're going to save it. You're going to just submit this whole project in. And this one's actually worth, all of our other projects have been worth 100. This one's worth 150. So that is what we're going to do here. So it's not going to, it won't be enough to make or break you, but it will definitely be something that you want to, spend time with. So again, your cover sheet is already going to be intact. First floor, you're going to drag it together so it looks like this right here. Well, like what you have printed out here. I realize, so if there's any areas that there's a difference between what you see on my screen and the construction documents, use the construction documents. That's what I'll be grading you on. And you also want to update any of your numbering, if that any of your tags, make sure they're where they should be. And that is it. At that point, that's all that we have right there. So I'm just going to park it right there.
Professor, I have a question.
Yeah.
So on your first floor floor plan, the finished flooring in the construction plans only are in like the kitchen, the stairway place, and then the place up in the top right, but the bottom right room doesn't have it. How would we get rid of it in that?
Okay, in the construction documents that I gave you guys, I'm not seeing any that's in there at all. I'm not seeing any shading in there at all. So unless we've got two different sets of construction documents, mine were print, yeah. So let's see here, because I thought I had the latest and greatest. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look. Let's see which one.
Yeah, that's my bad. I was remembering the one that you've been going off of, the finished building that you've been kind of going your building off of.
Okay, and so the construction documents don't show that. So what you would really do is here, you just turn that off. So you'd hide the view, because that's going to be a little bit confusing. You should hide that category, and it'll look like this then. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. All right. Any other questions? And of course, I'll be available to take calls here and there if you guys need to. Any other questions at all, you guys? Let me go ahead and park this here. Over here, I'm going to stop the recording.